You can have only one session of iAware open at a time. Therefore, open the patient's chart in Cerner first, and then click the iAware button located under the Toolbar Options drop-down. Notice the iAware button is not forward-facing in the Power Chart toolbar. You can select Customize to move the iAware button next to Medication Administration button. This will allow you to have quick access in your toolbar for both applications. When ready to review your data from your associated devices in iAware, click the iAware button in the toolbar. iAware is an interactive application for us to manage association of integrated bedside devices, such as continuous monitors and infusion equipment, IV infusion orders, and subsequent clinical data. Once clinicians have signed clinical documentation in iAware, it will flow to the appropriate place within the patient's electronic medical record in Cerner, such as the medication administration record, the MAR summary, and the I&OI flow sheet intake and output. Once opened, iAware will default to the infusion management page, which is located at the top of the screen. The infusion management page will display data flowing from hemodynamic and infusion devices associated to the patient in iAware. Intake and output will also flow from I&OI flow sheet documentation. Let's review the layout of the infusion management page for infusion management documentation. A banner bar displays demographic information about the current patient, including the patient's allergies, dose weight, which is the weight for calculation, the patient's actual weight, and the patient's length of stay on the unit. We have columns that display hourly bucket columns, such as from 0900 to 0959, is captured in the 0900 hourly column for volume infused. We also have other timed columns displayed as iAware automatically refreshes every 5 minutes. Rows display. The first row that will display will be for hemodynamic equipment, if there is equipment associated to that patient. For this example, our patient has an associated bedside monitor that is retrieving continuous vital signs. The next rows displayed would be intake. Intake consists of intake or output that we have documented from the I&OI flow sheet. It will pull in. Next, we will have continuous infusions and medication infusions. Scroll bars are available to scroll up and down or left and right. Below the intake row, we have an output section. Output that is documented on the I&OI flow sheet will also flow into iAware. In this example, my patient has had 125 mLs of urine output from an indwelling Foley catheter. Finally, we have a net row. The net row captures the intake and output that has been signed for my patient and displays in the appropriate hourly column as a plus or minus fluid status. Buttons most commonly used in iAware include the Minutes Ago button that will refresh this iAware session for this patient. Remember that iAware automatically refreshes every 5 minutes, so the timer on the Minutes Ago button will never reach above 4 minutes. We also have a sign button, which we will see in just one moment.